My name is Vincent Hartono. I want to storytelling about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. One of time, the milk of winter, when the flakes of snow were falling like feathers from the cloud, a queen sat at her palace window, with hat and embodied black frame, stitching her husband's shirt while she was thus adorned and looking out at the snow. She pricked her finger, and 3 drops of blood fell upon the snow. No, the rat looked so well upon the wheat that she thought to herself, "Oh, that I had a child as wet as this snow, as red as this blood, and as black as the wood of the frame." Soon afterwards, a little doctor came to her, who was as wet as snow, and with cheeks as red as blood, and with her as black as ebony, and from this she was named Snow White. And at the same time her mother did. About years afterwards, the king married another wife, who was very beautiful but so proud and happy that she could not bear anyone to be better looking than herself. She won a wonderful mirror, and when she stepped before I it and said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the first of us all?" The queen is the first of the day. Then she was pleased, for she knew that the mirror spoke truly. Little Snow White, however, grew up and became prettier and prettier, and when she was 7 years old, she was as fair as the noonday and more beautiful than the queen herself. When the queen now asked her mirror, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the first of us all?" The queen was first yesterday. Snow White is the rest. No, they say. This answer so angered the queen that the became quite yellow with envy from the power whenever she saw Snow White. Her heart was turned against her, and she did the little girl. Her envy and jealousy increased so that she had no rest day or night, and she said to her husband, "Take the child away into the forest. I will never look upon her again. You must kill her and bring me her and took for a token." The husband listened and took maiden away. But when he drew over out his knife to kill her. She began to cry, saying, "Ah, dear husband, give me my life. I will run to the wheel first and never come home again." The speech softened the hunter's heart, and her beauty so taught him that he had pity on her and said, "Will run away then, poor child." But the took to himself, "The will beats will son, never you." Still he felt as if a stone had been lifted the moment young bar come roaring along to spot and a son as the kept yes upon it the husband upon it, and healing it took its tongue and her and carried them to the queen for a token of his deed. But now poor little Snow White was left motherless and alone and overcome with grief. She was bewildered at the sight so many trees and cannot to wish white to run. She ran till her feet reached to go farther and past it was getting dark, and she shows a little house near. She entered it into rest in this thought. Everything was very small, but very neat and elegant. In the middle stood a little table with a white cloth over it, and seven little plates upon it, each plate having a spoon and knife and fork. And there we are, also seven little mugs. Against the wall, we are seven little beds agreed in a row, each covered with snowy sheet. Little Snow White began got hungry and thirsty, and little morsel of forget all of his plate, and the dog a drop or two of wine out each mug, for she did do not wish to take away the whole share of anyone further that because she was so tired she let herself down on the bed. But it did no sweet. She feared another, but that was too long. A word was too short to keep herself up in it. She wanted to sleep, first saying her prayers as usually. When we come quite dark, the owners of the Tokits came home. Seven dwarfs hooked up for gold and silver in the mounts. They first light seven little lamps, and show at upon for they lit up the whole room that somebody had been in. For everything was not in order in which they had lived it. The first asked, "Who has been sitting on my chair?" The second, "Who has been eating off my plate?" The third said, "Who has been nibbling at bread?" The fourth, "Who has been at my part?" The fifth, "Who has been meeting with my fork?" The sixth grumbled out, "Who has been cutting with my knife?" The seventh said, who has been dragging out of my mouth. The first looking rod began again, who has been laying on my bed. He asked for his way that the seats were tumbled, and she was the understand and looking at her big cried out too. Someone has been lying in our beds, but the seven little men running up to his. So no, so Snow White sleeping in it. So he told him communication who shot with our murder and held up their seven lamps, so that the light fell upon the little girl. Oh, events or events, say they. What a beauty is she is. The day we are so much the light that they will not waken her, but leave her to sleep. And the seventh draw in whose bed she was sleep with a catch of willows on power, and so pitted the night. As sun, as morning, the Snow White okay, and was with frightened when she said the seven little men, but they were very friendly and asked her what she was called. My name is my name is Snow White, was her reply. Why why have you come into our attack? They asked. Then she told how her Santa mother could have had her killed, but the husband had spared her life, and so and how she had weathered about the whole day until at last she had wandered there our house. When her letter was finished, the dwarf said, "Will you look after our household, be our cook, Captain?
Tâm.
Be our cook, make the beds, wash, sweep, and knit for us, and keep everything in neat order. If so, we will keep you here, and you shall want for nothing." And Snow White answered, "Yes, with all my heart and will." And so remained with them, and kept their house in order. In the morning, the dwarfs went into the mines and shared for silver and gold. And in the evening, they came home and found their meals ready for them. During the day, the maid was left alone, and therefore the good dwarfs warned her and said, "Be careful of your stepmother, who will soon know of your being here, so let nobody enter the cottage." The queen meanwhile supposing that eating the herd and talked of her stepdaughter, believed that she was now above all the most beautiful woman in world. One day she stepped before her mirror and said, "Mirror, mirror, mirror, the wall, who's the first of us all?" The queen was first yesterday. Snow White is first now, they say. The words protect her from their sway amid the first far away. The reply surprised her, but she could not that the mirror spoke to her. She could not therefore that the husband had discovered her, and Saint Snow White has still alive. So she did her best and clothed herself as a elder woman, so that no one could recognize her, and in this disguise she went over the seven hills to the house of the seven dwarfs. The conductor at the door of the hut can call out, "Fine goods for sale, beautiful goods for sale." Snow White peeped out of the window and said, "Good day, my good woman. What you till sell?" "When goods, beautiful goods," she replied, "stay of all color," and she held up a pair which were made of many colored silk. "I might let in this honest woman," thought Snow White, and she opened the door and began for one pair of stay. "You can think, my dear, how they become," explained the old woman. "Come, let me lace them up for you." Snow White subsisted nothing and let her do as she wished, but the old woman lacquered her up so quickly and so thickly that her breath went, and she fell down like one dead. "No, no," dug the old woman to herself, hastening away. "No, I want more the most beautiful of all." And evidently, not long after she had left, the seven dwarfs came home, and were much frightened at seeing their dear little maid lying on the ground, and neither moving nor breathing as if she did. They raised her up, and when they say so that she was lacquered to die, they cut the stay to pitch, and presently she began to breathe again, and little by little she revived. When the drawers know her when had taken place, they say the old cradle woman was no other than your wicked stepmother. Take more care of yourself, and let no one enter when we are not with you. Meanwhile, the queen had returned home, and going before the mirror speaked her usual words. As soon as it had finished all her bow to her, for she was so angry to her that Snow White was believing, but no. Thought she to herself, "Will I make something which shall destroy her completely?" Just saying, she made a passionate come by arts which she understood, and then, disguising herself, she took the form of an old widow. She went over the seven hills to the house of the seven dwarfs, and knocking at the door, called out, "Good words to sell today." Snow White and Pepper hid away and said, "You must go farther, for I dare not let you in. But still you might look." said the old woman, throwing over her porcelain comb and holding it up. The sight of this pleased the maiden so much that she overwhelmed herself to be present and opening the door. As soon as she had forgot something, the old woman said, "Now let me first uncomb your hair properly," and Snow White consented. But scarcely was the comb drawn through the hair when the cushion began to work, and the maid fell down silly. You partner of beauty carried the wicked queen. It is now all over with you. And so saying, see the opportunity evening shall come, soon come. And the seven dwarfs returned, and his son has the day show Snow White lying like it. Upon the ground they take up the queen, and discovering the come, they immediately draw it out. Then they made fairy son refit and told them all that had happened. So again they burned her against the wicked stepmother and bid her open the door, nobody to the body. Meanwhile the queen, her edible home, had again consulted her mirror and perceived the same answer as with before. This, this made her tremble and from with rank and jealousy, and she showed the snow white soul did if it cost her one life. Thereupon she went to inner skirt chamber where no one could enter, and made apple of the most deep and table cushion. Outwardly it looked nice enough, and has a rosy sticks which will make the mouth of everyone who look at water, but whoever at the smallest piece of it work. Lady, as soon as the apple was ready, the queen again gave her face and cooked herself like Prince's wife, and over the 7 months to the house of the seven dwarfs she made her way. She could knock at the door, and Snow White stickered over her head and said, "I dare not let anyone enter. The seven dwarfs have forbidden me." "That is hard on me," said the old woman, "for I must take back my apples, but there is one which I will give you." "No," answered Snow White. "No, I dare not take it." "What are you afraid of it?" queried the old woman. "There I will cut the apple in. Do you eat the red chicks, and I will eat the core." The apple was so artfully made that the red chicks alone will present Snow White very much wished for the beauty apple, and when she was the woman eating the core, so could no longer resist, but stretching out her hand took the present part. Scarlet had placed a piece in her mouth when she rolled down it upon the ground. That the queen looked at her with glittering eyes, and laughing bitterly experienced with a snow red as blood, black as ammonia. This time the words cannot regret you. Then her envious heart was at rest, has peculiarly has hand enforce her and can rest. When the little dwarfs returned home in the evening, they found Snow White lying on the ground, and there appearing to be no life in her body. She seemed to be wetted. They raised her up and tried if they could find anything beyond they uncalled her, and even could bend her hair and whispered her with weather and with wind. But nothing what the dear child was really and truly did. Then they led her upon a bier, and all seven placed themselves around it with a pot with for their 3 days without casing. Then, then they prayed to bury her, but she looked still fresh and lifelike, and even her red cheeks had not reached her, so they said to one another, "We cannot bury her in black ground." They, then they ordered cast to be made of glass. In this they could see nobody outside, and the words were her name with golden letter upon the glass, saying that she was king's daughter. No, they placed the glass cast upon the ledge on rock, and one of them always remained by it watching, even their beards before the loss of Snow White. First came on wool, then a raven, and last of all dove.
Oh,
For a long time, Snow White lay peacefully in her case, and can't not but look as if she were only asleep. For she was still white as snow, red as blood, and black as money. By and by, it happened that King Snow was traveling in the forest and come to Drawar's house the past the night. His son say the glass cast upon the rock, and the beautiful maid lying within, and he read also the golden inspiration. When he had experienced it, he said to the words, "Let me have this cash, and will pay what you like for it." But the words replied, "We will not shield it for all the golden is the world." "Then give to me," said the prince, "for I cannot live without Snow White. I will honor and protect her as long life." When the words sway that he was so much in earnest, they beat him at last, gave him the cash, and the prince ordered it to be carried away on the shoulder of his attendant. Presently happened as they stumbled over root, and with the salt the piece of poisoned apple which lay in Snow White's mouth fell out. Every sound she opened her yes, and raising the lid of glass cast, she rose arm asked, "Where am I?" Full of joy, the prince answered, "You are safe with me," and told to her what she would suffer, and how we all rather have her than any other for his wife. and he asked her to accompany him home to the castle of the king his father. Snow White, Custer, and when they Elizabeth, they were married with great splendor at many times. Snow White's stepmother was also invited to wedding, and when she was dressed in all her finery to go, she first stepped in front of the mirror and whispered, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the first of us all?" And repeated, "The queen was first yesterday. The princess' birth is now, they say." They and that's where the queen was is worried and was so terribly tormented that she could not what to with herself. At first she resolved not to go to wedding, but she could not resist the wish to see princess. So she went, but a son as she shaved the bread, she recognized Snow White and was so terrified with urgent and Snow White met that she runs out of the castle and was never heard of again.
Some.
Thank you so much.